sentences. A sentence is a group of words which make complete sense, but you should keep in mind that all the words should be arranged properly. Right? All the words should be arranged properly. If we do not arrange the words properly, then it doesn't make any complete sense. For example, if we say India is a densely populated country, here all the words are arranged properly. So it is called a sentence. Right? And there are four kinds of sentences, that is assertive sentence or declarative sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence and exclamatory sentence. How many kinds of sentences are there? There are four kinds of sentences: assertive or declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence and exclamatory sentence. Now let's revise all the four kinds of sentence. What is assertive or declarative sentence? See students, assertive or declarative sentences means something is declared, right? Something is stated. That is called assertive or declarative sentence. What is assertive or declarative sentence? A sentence in which something is declared, something is stated, right? That is called assertive or declarative sentence. For example, if we say Sachin Tendulkar is the best player, Sachin Tendulkar is the best player, means something is stated, right? Gandhinagar is the capital of Gujarat. So here it is something is stated that Gandhinagar is the capital of Gujarat, right? And we say that Uttar Pradesh is a very big state. For example, if something is stated here, right? And next is Mumbai is very big city. Again, Mumbai is very big city. Next we say we all like to study. We all like to study. We enjoy Sunday. We enjoy Sunday means here something is stated. Right? For example, if we say I like to play cricket. Right? So something is stated. That is called assertive or declarative sentence. Next is imperative sentence. See students, whenever any command, request, advice or suggestion is given, at that time, that sentence is called imperative sentence. Please give me your book. Go out of the class. Right? Go out of the class. Take medicines regularly. Do exercise regularly. Help your friends. Contact your relatives. And consult the doctor. All these types of your sentences, here are called imperative sentences. Here you are giving some advice, suggestion, right? That is called imperative sentence. Next is interrogative sentences. See, interrogative sentences means some questions are asked, right? Interrogative sentences means some questions are asked. You know, in your textbook also some questions are asked in every subject. That is called interrogative sentences. Who is your class teacher? Right? When do you come to school? Which game do you play? Right? Who is your favorite teacher? Which dish do you like to eat? These types of questions, sentences are called interrogative sentence. And there are even two types of interrogative sentences. First is yes no type of sentence and second is question word sentences. See, yes no type sentences we get whenever we ask any questions from auxiliary verbs, then we get answer in yes or no. For example, are you crazy? We will get answer in yes or no, right? And if you ask question with has or have, that is also auxiliary verb. Have you any game? Had you played game? Means these types of words are used, auxiliary verbs are used, we get answer in yes or no. Right? And the next is exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentences means some sudden feeling of heart is shown. Exclamatory sentences means what a beautiful scene it is. So such strong feeling of heart, right? What a beautiful dress it is. What a cute baby she is. So these types of sentences are called exclamatory sentence. Now I am going to read page number that is of your textbook, right? 5. Open page number 5. When we communicate with each other, we express our thoughts and ideas through words which together make complete sense. See, whenever we speak anything, when we suggest idea, when we write anything, right, we express our thoughts with words, right, that which together make complete sense. A sentence is a group of words that make complete sense. It contains a verb and subject, right? What is sentence? A sentence is a group of words and it makes complete sense, and it has subject and a verb. This is a new school. My aunt lives in Chennai. I like to play cricket. I have many friends. Now students, there are certain rules of sentences, right? First one, subject verb agreement is must both in number and person. See students, whenever you write any sentence, then subject and the verb must be as per the, means it must be subject verb agreement is there, right? If whatever subject is there, you write verb as per the subject, right? If the subject is singular, you should write verb as per the singular subject. If the subject is plural, you should write verb as per the plural subject, right? For example, Sana is enjoying the picnic. See here, Sana is singular subject, right? So is verb that is written as per the singular subject. I am enjoying the picnic. See here, subject is I, right? So I am enjoying is written as per subject I. The students are enjoying the picnic, right? Here the students it's a plural subject, so are enjoying is written as per the subject. They are enjoying the picnic. See here, there is a plural subject, so are is written as. Now students, point number 2, that is a plural verb is required when two or more singular nouns or pronouns are joined by conjunction. See, sometimes two nouns are joined, right, by using conjunctions, then it becomes a plural subject. So we have to write plural verb as for that. Third one, a singular verb is used when two nouns or adjectives suggest one idea, refer to the same person or thing. Means, for example, two nouns are added by the conjunction, right? But it suggests one idea. At that time, we use singular verb with it. And whenever we use either or, neither nor, we have to take singular verb with it. Right? When we have to take singular verb with it. For example, when one noun is singular and one noun is plural, but put the plural one next to the verb and use plural verb. See, sometimes it happens that nouns it's a singular. Then we take singular verb. But sometimes it happens that one noun is singular and another noun is plural. So what we have to do? We have to take plural verb with it. Next is a singular verb must follow either, neither, each, everyone. See, whenever we use either, neither, everyone, at that time we have to take singular verb with it. Now what happened? Seventh one, some nouns which are singular in meaning but plural in form take a singular verb with it. See, some nouns when we speak, it looks like a plural, right? Its pronunciation is plural, it looks like a plural noun, but actually it is singular. So we have to take singular verb with it, right? For example, the pair of slippers is new. See, the pair of slippers, we pronunciate slippers, it looks like plural noun, but actually it is one. So we have to take singular verb with it. Some nouns which are plural in meaning but are singular in form take a plural verb. See, sometimes some noun looks singular. For example, children, right? It looks actually singular, but actually it is plural, right? So we have to take plural verb with it. In short, whenever we write any sentences, we have to see the subject, and as per the subject we have to write verb, right? And the next is singular verbs are required when the collection is thought of as a whole. See students, whenever collective noun is taken, right, we have to consider it as a singular noun, so we have to take singular verb with it. A singular verb is required when the plural noun depicts some specific quantity or amount considered as a single whole unit. For example, 3 kilometers is a long distance. See, whenever any quantity is shown, right, or amount is shown, we have to take singular verb with it. Let's recall all these points. See, features of the sentences are, whenever we write any sentence, we have to write verb as per the subject. Either it is singular or plural, right? When two nouns are joined with the conjunctions, at that time we have to take plural verb with it. Whenever either nor, neither nor are used, we have to take singular verb with it. But sometimes it happens one noun is singular and another noun is plural. So we have to take plural verb with it, right? And next is each, everyone, either, neither is used. Only each, either, neither, these types of words are used. We have to take singular verb with it. Next is some nouns looks plural, but actually it is one. So we have to take singular verb with it. And again it happens, some noun looks plural, but actually it is singular, right? So we have to take singular verb with it. And some noun looks singular, but actually it is plural. For example, W-M-E-N, women, children, M-E-N, men, right? It looks singular, but actually they are plural. So we have to take plural verb with it. And the next noun, I am going now page number 6, features. A sentence is a group of words that make complete sense. What is sentence? A sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. It starts with the capital letter and ends with the full stop. All the sentences starts with the capital letter, and if it is assertive or declarative sentence, it ends with full stop. It is imperative sentence, it ends with full stop. Right? If it is interrogative sentence, it ends with question mark. And if it is exclamatory sentence, it ends with mark of exclamation. Right? So these things we have to keep in mind. Now I am going to do exercise A. Rearrange the following words. Rearrange the following words to form meaningful sentences. To form meaningful sentences. Sentences. You have to use the words which are given in the bracket, right? First one is Jane's house was burgled yesterday. Second one, here we have to start sentence with James, right? James and Henry will be leaving, will be leaving for London tomorrow. Will be leaving, James and Henry will be leaving tomorrow for London. Third one, here to start question with who. Who are you? Put question mark. Fourth one, Einstein was a great scientist. Was a great scientist. Right? In this way, we have to write all the sentences. Right? First one, James' house was burgled yesterday. James and Henry will be leaving tomorrow for London. Who are you? And Einstein was a great scientist. Right? In this way, you have to do all the sentences. Now, fifth one is what a beautiful painting it is. So see, this one is the exclamatory sentence, so put mark of exclamation. Sixth one is it is never too late. It is never too late. It's a assertive sentence, so put mark of, sorry, it put full stop. Right? It is assertive sentence, so put full stop. It is assertive sentence, so put full stop. Now next is kinds of sentences. See students, there are 4 kinds of sentences, that is declarative sentence or assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence and exclamatory sentence. Right? There are 4 kinds of sentence: assertive or declarative sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence and exclamatory sentence. Now I am going to draw the mind map of the sentence. Now I am going to draw the mind map of the sentences. Right? Kinds of sentences. Assertive or declarative, what is the meaning of assertive or declarative? It declares or states something, right? Some sentence that declares or states something. Declares or states something. Next is imperative sentence. Imperative sentence, that is suggestion, advice, sentence that suggests something, suggestion, advice, request, etc. Right? Next interrogative sentence. Interrogative, that is ask questions. And last one is exclamatory sentence. Strong feeling. Which we can see only but we cannot touch it.
आभार।